Hey there, bows and bow ties. I have a little video I wanted to throw up there for a second. You know, I was minding my business on TikTok. Excuse me. Sorry for those of you who want to know what's going on in the background, all that noise. Got some Cheez-Its. Got some a little apple juice. So look, for those of you who are new to my channel, I'm the Black Opinionated woman, also known as a bow. And so I actually had some time. God bless you. God bless you. I had some time today. You know, I did a little something this morning. My husband's bringing my daughter home since I had to take my son to his game this morning. And so basically, I had time to get on TikTok. And over the last couple of days or a day or whatever it is, apparently Marc Lamont Hill or whatever went on Joe Budden's podcast. Now, I know who he is. I don't watch the podcast because I am not impressed with the lack of intellectualism. And sure enough, I saw clips and I was like, this is why I would not dedicate any mental cycles to going on that podcast. No, I won't show that yet. Anyway, I recorded myself just listening to this man crash out. And I want you guys to see this because it actually was funny to me. I want you to listen to this. I'm going to go ahead and eat my snacky snack while this is going to be a short video.
Boy, I swear, watching Dr. Lamont Hill and Ish go at it on Joe Budden's podcast is cringeworthy, man. Dude, I've been saying it for years. And I'm gonna lose some of y'all on this. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's life. I'll be fine, you'll be fine. We are witnessing the death of expertise. And the crazy thing is that Aristotle wrote about this. He wrote about this. This is a part of the decline of societies. We are in the middle of it. I swear to God, I miss the days when stupid people had to be quiet. I miss the days when stupid people had to be shot.
Now look, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be pausing in the middle of this, but look. Now y'all seen me have multiple videos about why we need to be educated, right? Because there is a war on intellectualism. But continue. This man is like crashing out. Let's continue.
It was damn near mandated. If you didn't know what the fuck you was talking about, you didn't
Excuse
get
the language.
You are getting mad. You are getting mad because he is trying to present facts to you. And don't come to me with that fucking we should be able to speak truth to power shit. Because you damn right we should be able to.
I just want to apologize for the language here. I try to keep my channel pretty clean, but this man is clearly crashing out. So just listen to the message.
Speak truth to power. But dumb don't trump smart. I don't give a damn how you spin it. As an older dude, you hear that shit all the time. Don't criticize, teach. In 2025, hell no. I wish the fuck I would. I wish I would try to explain some shit to a grown-ass damn person who has access to the same damn logic I have access to. Fuck out of here. It used to be very damn simple. Your personal opinion don't mean jack shit in the face of tangible evidence. Verifiable facts, empirical data, empirical data, empirical data, empirical data, empirical data. I don't give a damn about what the fuck you just pulled out your ass. It means nothing in the face of empirical data. We are living in crazy people town. It's this everybody is equal shit that's killing us. It's killing us. I can't even imagine how it must feel. Imagine this. You go to school, right? You slave and sacrifice and go to school and you get your undergrad, you get your graduate, you get your PhD, and you have peer reviews, you have vouchers, you are respected in your field, you have the experience, the man hours, you have all of this stuff going for you. Just for the regional manager down at Dillard's to come challenge your findings. Get the fuck out of here. No wonder we don't have good leaders. And everybody say, there's no leaders. No, we got plenty of leaders. We got plenty of people who have the knowledge. They got the know-how. They got the logic. They got the temperament. They got everything that they need to be good leaders. But they'll never put themselves in that fucking meat grinder. Because we live in a fucking society to where a motherfucker who worked down at Kenny's Shoes can tell a goddamn astronaut how to fly a fucking space shuttle. Because contrarians and conspiracy theorists their voices are being elevated on the same level of people who are actually intellectually important. Listen, just because you don't understand a thing, just because you don't understand that thing, and you cannot make sense of this thing, just because you feel that way, does not make that thing wrong, does not make that thing bad. First of all,
so this is the thing. And this clip is almost done. I always had to tell people, and I learned this a long time ago, like you can't say everyone and you can't fix stupid. This is why the country is in the situation that it is today. And I'm one of those people that I refuse to dedicate mental cycles to dum-dums. I don't argue with them. I'm like, you just really just have to argue with yourself.
you, my good mammal or sir, are overestimating your level of importance. And that's the thing. Nobody wants to feel like they're dumb. Because if I don't understand it, then it must be something wrong. Because I'm smart, and that must be bad. Get the fuck out of here. We have thrown logic to the fucking wind. 1 + 1 ain't 2 no more. It depends on how the person feels about it. We are in a lose-lose. Well, I can read just like they can read. Let me tell you something. That whole argument there is so fucking crazy. Listen to me, man. I don't give a damn what your comprehension skills are. I could throw a manual down in front of your goof ass that's about structural engineering of attack submarines for the United States Navy. And you can memorize that shit from front to back and comprehend the words. Do you really think that puts you in a position to build one? Hell no, because too much other shit involved. You don't know how to apply the knowledge. You don't know how to apply what you just read. So you are not as smart as somebody who does this for a living. I don't give a fuck because you memorized that manual. Dude, we are on a slippery slope, man.
Okay. So hold on one second. I need to tell my son something. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to relay a message. Anyway, the point I'm getting at is, so I saw clips of this Joe Budden podcast, and they literally had dudes on there trying to argue about the earth being flat. They were flat earthers. They were arguing I just saw like these extended clips, and I was like, if I were Marc Lamont Hill or whatever, I would have gotten up and left out. I would have been like, I have gotten stupider. And he tried so hard to reason with people who are, nope. I'm just kind of like, there are people who literally don't care about the. Oh, I just realized I was still muted. My bad. So this is the thing. You can't argue with stupid. And if I was Mark, I would have been like, look, I can't do this. I am getting stupider being here. And so he basically, God bless him, he kept trying to get those dingalings to see some reason. This is the reason why I just don't. When people can't just like even understand basic facts, I'm like, there's no reason for me to even have conversations with you. You cannot save everyone. You got to let the dum-dums be where they are. They have circular logic. Nope. They'll be the first ones trying to tell you about relationships, and they don't have good relationships. They'll be the first ones to try to talk about who is and is not oppressed. They don't understand oppression. They are the most uncultured, nope. So I choose not to engage with people like that anymore, because it's like it's kind of like when you see someone who's clearly dealing with a mental illness or something, it does you no good to try to. There's certain things, like I wouldn't argue with somebody, like if they're clearly going, it's like you just cut it. Like, okay, this is going to be like the point of diminishing returns. But nevertheless, the clips I saw of that podcast, I'm like, this is why I don't know. Like, I remember I used to try to support Shannon Sharp just in terms of him trying to get his bag. But the more he tried to get his bag and the stupider he sounded, I was like, he sounds like a runaway slave. And he's so embarrassing. It's not even intelligent. I had to punt. I'm like, nope, I don't choose to dedicate cycles to the shenanigans. But anyway, returning back to that little clip, this man is crashing out because he was like, I cannot believe these dinglings on that Joe Budden podcast were literally fighting intellectualism. And they were like, Marc Lamont Hill was trying to spit facts and they refused to believe it. And this is why I say you can't save everyone. Don't dedicate cycles to the shenanigans. You got to let them be where they are. and let their weirdo followers go with them. I said, stop trying to engage with the whacked out weirdos. I'm embarrassed of many of these men who look like me. The only thing they do is build a following on these podcasts, and they don't do anything else but cause confusion and division and just create more weirdos. They're just weird. I'm just saying, nope. Anyway, so if you noticed, many of the time, most often, I try to steer away from some of those topics. And it's not that we can't have these intelligent conversations, but I just don't feel that right now in our whole community. Like, I just think that many people are just rooted in dumbery. And I don't think I have it in me. Like, I'm getting old and cranky. I'm 48. You know, you look at the lines on my neck. You know, I mean, I'm dealing with like me, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with your stupidity. I don't have it in me. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. Short little video. I haven't been on in a while. I probably should come on today because I have time, but I kind of want to like enjoy this free time to myself. And then we're going to go out later on to dinner. The family, we're going to all go out to dinner. So anyway, please educate yourself. Let me say this, as I've said in many other videos before. We have to stop telling people that the path to success is learning a trade. I say, if you want to learn a trade, but you still need to educate yourself. At the end of the day, the wealthy, they're sending their kids to get educated. They're not sending them to learn trades. The trades, you can make money in them, but see, the problem with people who always try to promote the trades is they say, oh, well, you can do X. I'm like, they're like, you can go start a business. I'm like, you can start a business and go to school too. You can get educated doing that. Like, they'll say, like, you can start a business. I'm like, most people don't start their own business. So stop pushing that. Like, everybody's going to start a business. This is like the biggest fallacy, in my opinion. They make it sound like, yeah, if you do this and you can make a lot of money. The fact of the matter is, most people aren't going to do all those things, right? Their ceiling is going to be capped. Not because this work isn't valuable. It is valuable, but there is a ceiling there. And not only that, there's something to be said for when you go and get formally educated. There is something to be said for learning about systems. And systems are not just computer systems. There's medical systems, environmental systems, social systems, economic systems, and they're all related. They are related. And then not only that, it's like the networking possibilities, like the way that your mind is expanded. That's not to say that people who go learn a trade aren't expanding their mind and learning new things, stuff like that. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, you got to look at what the wealthy people are doing. They're sending their kids to get these high-end educations. And I'm not saying it has to necessarily be Harvard, although they all tend to have access to those kinds of institutions. The people who are on these panels, they're stupid. I don't know what their educational background is, but I do think they have their expertise is in stupidity. Because some of the stuff that they say is just so embarrassing. The secondhand embarrassment is just incredible. And fortunately for me, I'm smart enough to not actually. I'm smart enough to not dedicate a bunch of mental cycles to it. Yeah, that's just where I'm at with it. I mean, I just think that some of them are quite slow. There are people who don't know any better. They will like lock in on something like that. And they'll be like, yeah. And then they wonder why they're in the same lot, right? They're not bettering themselves. If anything, they're becoming angrier. All right. That's all I've got. Go ahead, watch my little clip again, or you can look at the playback of this, or better yet, go to my TikTok channel. It's I am a Bo always, and you can go watch it there. All right. Have a good one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and send it to all your friends. Watch every single video. Have a good one.